Hey everyone, and welcome back to Annual Leaving the Country. I am so excited you're joining me here in the heart of the Masai Mara, Kenya. In today's video, I'll take you along for some unforgettable encounters with the true kings and queens of the wild. I was lucky enough to witness several breathtaking, once-in-a-lifetime moments as lions roamed freely, ruling their territory. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the very end, because that's where you'll see the single most unbelievable sight I have ever experienced. One of my very first encounters was with a pride of lions resting in the shade, perfectly positioned near the river. They had feasted the day before, and with their bellies full, they sprawled out together, spooning, swatting at flies, lazily shifting positions, completely unbothered by our presence. What struck me most is how much life has changed for lions here in Kenya. Not long ago, the sight of humans might have meant danger, as poachers once threatened their survival. But thanks to the dedicated work of the rangers and safari guides, these majestic animals now recognise us only as silent observers, armed with cameras and nothing more. Not far from the pride, the king and queen stood watch from the nearby rock. Just look at her belly, clearly filled with buffalo, or maybe wildebeest. For a brief moment they scanned the horizon, curious about what was approaching, but once they realised it was nothing more than a few harmless tourists, they flopped back down to soak in the warmth of the afternoon sun. What amazed me most was how close we were able to get. Our safari guide was unbelievable, masterfully bringing us within arm's reach of these magnificent animals, while always respecting their space and letting them set the boundaries. And speaking of getting up close, take a look at this guy casually swaggering along to use our jeep for shade from the hot sun. Isn't he stunning? I have to admit, my heart was pounding in this moment. Now, just a quick heads up, the next part of this video does show lions feeding, so if that's not your thing, you might want to skip ahead about a minute. If you're watching this, Mum, I'm sorry for leaning my head out the window. Luckily, I am not the one that's getting eaten. Not so lucky for this buffalo, who had become breakfast, lunch and dinner for the pride. Once the lions have eaten their fill, the cycle of the savannah would continue. Hyenas moving in to scavenge whatever remained, followed closely by the vultures that had been circling, patiently waiting for their turn. The pair lounging beneath their jeep had clearly eaten their fill. What a life for a lion. Feast until you can't take another bite, then stretch out in the shade without a care in the world. After a long and demanding day of courtship, dominance and relentless mating, up to 50 times a day, the male lion takes a well-earned respite beside his loyal partner. Just look at them. Absolutely done. Mane in chaos, legs like noodles. They gave it everything they had. 50 times over. This isn't just passion, it's power. For lions, mating is both a ritual of reproduction and a declaration of dominance. Each encounter strengthens his claim to the pride, even if it doesn't look like it right now. Nearby, his brother waits patiently. In lion coalitions, brothers rule together. A rare brotherhood in the animal kingdom. When one tires, the other takes over. It's a seamless rotation of leadership and lust. Enter the brother. Well-rested, hydrated, he's clearly been doing push-ups in the background, just waiting for the tag in. Here he comes. thinking he's slick. Operation Smash and Grab in full effect. He's advancing cautiously, knowing one wrong move could change everything. Denied. Oh, and now Big Bro's up. That look says, I may be tired, but I will fight you barefoot in the grass right now. And just like that, the backup plan is cancelled. No tag team tonight. Defeated, shamed, tail tucked, he slinks away like someone who misread the room and got instantly corrected. The king and queen weigh the moment. Maybe one more round? One last roar? Nah, they decide against it. Sleep wins. One king, one queen, one patient contender. Out here, the game never ends. It just naps. And the moral of the story? Never underestimate a tired queen or a sleeping king. And as for the brother, he's just hanging around, biding his time. 'Cause in this pride, you gotta wait your turn. And maybe sharpen your claws. And now for the main event. This was something that I never thought I'd be lucky enough to see. The circle of life in action right in front of me. This teenage lioness is waiting patiently for such a long time that we very nearly gave up. Wildebeests rarely stray far from zebras. The striped grazers are quicker, sharper, always the first to sense danger. For the wildebeests, their awareness is protection, and she knows it. The grass is her ally, perfectly matched to her frame. She edges closer, patient, steady, every muscle coiled. One mistake and the chance is gone. But if a wildebeest lingers too long, she'll be there. Target in sight, and she makes her move. Can you see those legs in the air? She's caught him, but will she keep a hold? Of course she will. She puts her paws around his neck and uses gravity to pull him down, careful not to waste any energy unnecessarily. Once he begins to weaken, she places her mouth over his to stop his supply of oxygen, and it's over. To some, it might seem unsettling, even cruel, to witness a hunt unfold so close, the chase and the kill raw and unfiltered. But out there, it wasn't violence for its own sake, it was survival, ancient and unchanging. For me, it was humbling, a reminder of how finely balanced life in the wild truly is. It was a glimpse into the raw power of nature, and it was an experience I will never forget. Thank you so much for watching this video. As a new YouTuber, I am grateful to each and every person who takes the time to watch a video that I have put so much time and effort into making. I am always learning and would greatly appreciate any feedback that you have. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you really want to make my day.